I know it's been good for us.
Yeah.
I know that definitely Jeff and Roy were here most of the time. Greg was in and out. But they're in pretty good shape right now, and just having them out there, as another voice, a different voice, has been really good. They know what they're doing. They know what we're doing. And so it's been invaluable just in terms of A, their preparation, but B, helping us move along.
Nate said he felt like the team has done a good job this week of ignoring the rankings, whereas clearly these guys knew that they weren't ranked starting the season, but this week the message hasn't. They've done a good job of sort of letting that go. Feel like it? You agree?
I don't know what goes on in the locker room when the coaches are not around. I think that this group has I'm trying to think of the right word. I want to say groundedness, but I don't know if that's a word. It's a grounded group, and it's human nature. I think I said this to Sunil last week. Hey, do you want to be ranked next week? Well, yeah, they do. But at the same time, I don't think that affects how this group is going about our business. And I think that this group is grounded and understands that we have a long way to go. And more importantly, I should say a long way to go. We have a long way that we can go. And I think they've been really attentive. We've had to the defensive end this week. We've had a pretty extensive defensive week of practice, to tell you the truth. And just understanding that there's room for growth there. So I don't think that, okay, great, you're ranked wherever we're ranked. So I think they feel good about that, absolutely. But they also have an understanding that it doesn't affect what happens once you cross the lines.
Did the pundits maybe undervalue you guys, or was it
Are you
fair?
a pundit?
I'm a pundit. Or or was the skepticism warranted because we didn't know about everyone?
It absolutely was warranted. It's you look at a team with that lost so much. When we're talking about Chris Austin and Julian, a couple of guys that meant so much to this program over the last couple of years, to lose that, and the replacements are in large part unknown. And so I had the luxury of spending the summer with them and traveling. So I kind of had a feel we could be, but for people not to expect much from us this year, I don't think that was unwarranted. We can keep it that way.
Gene Wong should have given me a heads up. I think he's holding back. So I was looking at the numbers. Why are you guys so much better in the second half? Points-wise, you score more in the second half, but you're also blowing teams out after the first few minutes of the second half. Is there something about this team that maybe is it slow starts or is it great second halves?
I don't know the answer to that. I don't know that there is, obviously I've studied all of our tapes. I don't know if there's a particular thing. Great halftime adjustments by the coach. I say that in jest. I think a lot of it is, we have the ability to wear teams down that we haven't had in recent years, and I think that's a part of it. And I think also that we can play at a certain level for longer stretches because of that depth and because of the versatility. I think that may be a part of it.
Conditioning-wise, too, is there anything to that, or are you guys just maybe strong? Especially considering the summertime, you guys had more time to kind of get up to speed.
I'm interpreting that question as, are we in better shape than the teams we're playing? And I don't necessarily. I'm not ready to say that. I just think we have a group that we can keep coming at you.
How your Princeton experience helped you coach these guys academically, juggling basketball and scholastics?
It's all experiences. Princeton experience, this experience here. This is, one of the reasons our schedule looks like it does is because I knew we had so many young guys, and this is, classes ended Tuesday, Wednesday, and now we got a stretch here where we got a bunch of guys that are going through exams at the collegiate level at one of the best schools in the country for the first time. And so we were fortunate, and we crammed a lot of games into a small space of time so that we can get spacing now so that, and I don't know what you asked them, but they spend a lot of time in study hall. This is a big time as far as school goes, so that's why the spacing of our game is. And I think that's important. As you get older guys know how to juggle the time. The younger guys are going through this experience. As much as they're going through a lot on the court, they're going through this just as much thrown into the fire up the hill. And so we wanted to make that as easy as possible.
Hollis, maybe player of the week. Jason just called him the best shooter in the country. He's knocking down almost 60% of his three-pointers. Like, is he exceeding expectations, or is this the Hollis that you thought you were getting when you recruited him, and now he's kind of?
Did you ask Hollis that question?
Yes.
What did he say?
He laughed.
Exactly. Hollis is doing what Hollis does.
Yeah.
He's doing what we expect.
The Big East makes some news this week. How much do you pay attention to that, and how do you feel about the new basketball numbers?
Well, you pay attention to it a lot because it impacts this institution, this program on a go-forward basis. Now that you pay attention to it, you forget about it because we have to focus and stay in the now. I've said this, I think you guys have heard me say this, I think we've gone from being unquestionably the best basketball conference in the country to arguably the best basketball conference in the country. And so I think with what we have, and still with this with the Big East, the basketball here is still going to be terrific. And it's just a process now where you're going to find and shape new and different rivalries, new and different levels of competition with a new group. But it's, the Big East has always evolved. We started off in '79 with 8 members, then so it's been a constant state of evolution. And you look at the world today, collegiate athletics in general, change is happening.
Did you start compiling tapes of the new members yet? Just so you can start getting ready for next year's season? I know you're not
Are they
watching.
coming in next year? See, I don't
It's
even know.
2013.
Is it 13? Okay, well then.
No, I don't know.
Your video guy.
They might be.
He might be.
Are you excited that might open more recruiting places as far as Houston and the state of Texas, where maybe Big East kids weren't considering? Or do you feel like Georgetown already recruits nationally?
I think just because of the school, because of our academic institution, it's known definitely across the country, not worldwide, and because of the success the program has had down for years, we've been able to recruit nationally. And so, might it make it easier to get some people out of those areas? I think time will tell. But I don't know. We'll see.
Anything else?